Yo, it is windy as a motherfucker. And if I'm honest, this time round, oh, I can hear sirens, what the hell? This time round, it looks like it is actually spitting a little bit. We've just come out. I'm going to give the weather the benefit of the doubt. It shouldn't be raining for another good couple of hours, and even then, it's only supposed to rain for a little bit. It's obviously not great riding in wind. Obviously not. It's actually horrific. Can't imagine it'd be very good in a tornado. Fortunately, it's not a tornado. But this at the moment is more so just big gusts of wind. Now, I don't know whether or not that's a pro or a con realistically. Is it a pro because at least it's not constant in full pelt? Or is it a con because you might get caught off guard thinking, oh yeah, we're sound, and then bam, fat gust of wind. Now, one thing I wasn't thinking about before I left, but I am thinking about now, is all the leaves and debris and whatever other crap on the floor. This is going to be a bit of a riveting waffle right now. Obviously going to have to be a little bit more precautious of things like wet leaves and patches of crap. Yo! See if we can get that done there. Obviously can't, well, one, you can't rag it because these bikes are slow as shit, and obviously don't want to rag it because I don't want to get fucking blown off. Wait. Pause. I'm like blown about, there we go. That's a better one. Kind of look like a newer R125, I could be wrong. Not that it'd be relevant to you guys, but I haven't got an AirPod in my ear. No music playing, but you know, just in case you got some alerts. Maybe you want to slap on a tune when it is hella quiet, but obviously I'm a little bit more precautious of the poor weather as such. I'm gonna check my phone anyways. You good? No stress. Yo, I'm gonna swing in there. I'm swinging in there. Huh? What'd you say? Hold on, what's that? I'm deaf as anything. We got an earphone in as well. Yeah. It's a new one. Pardon? What year is that? Just 2009. Nice. Yeah, first gen. Looks good, bro. Cheers, man. Yeah. Likewise. Right safe. I'm guessing he's relatively young. Maybe felt a little bit awkward because he stalled at the fucking crossing. He's like, what year is that? Obviously, I've not got a private plate on, but maybe it looks a little bit newer than it actually is, I don't know. But from what I can see, there's a 70 plate on his bike. Is that Gen 3? I don't remember exactly what the Gen 3s look like from the rear. The whole thing looked new. Sounded alright for a 125. Obviously looked considerably nicer than mine, I guess. I suppose that could depend on the individual taste. Ah, this is rammed. What the hell? Alright, let me pull up a hot sec. Between me not being able to hear him at all, because I'm deaf as fuck. I've got an earphone in my more deaf ear. Oh, there's literally no petrol at all on them ones either. Yeah, I think he kind of like sodded off out there, and he might have had fucking things to attend to, but I was thinking, you know, we could have shot the shit, kick the shit. I don't know, whatever the fucking phrase is. Just had a fucking mutual chat. I don't know. We could have fucking had a vibe or some whatever the youngsters say, whatever you man say. Could have like a little R125 AA meeting. I think we should just pass. I like on the newer bikes, probably a lot of other bikes, but I like it more specifically this bike compared to that. On his, the bars, they look so much better. These bars are grotty as anything. I don't like that they've not got the nut things on top. I don't know if that's for adjustment or what. I haven't actually got any plans for content. I don't actually think I've got any subjects to waffle about in terms of bike topics, but we could talk about a few things. We could talk about Black Ops 7 has just dropped and my opinions on that. We could talk about Skate 3, or not Skate 3, Skate 4, or the new Skate, whatever. Not too chuffed about that. My god, sudden stop. Oh, it gives me the willies. After crashing and knowing the sounds and the feeling and everything else, and then also seeing videos of people just don't clock traffic and just plow straight into the vehicles ahead, gives me an awful feeling. Also, I did a shift earlier with no clutch. Did it work? Yes. Did it feel like shit? Yes. See, I refrained from nodding and he didn't nod. Maybe something in him wanted to give me a little, but he didn't. Oh, little pussy hole. But yeah, I wasn't really going up much of a speed, so that's probably why the clutchless shifting felt like crap. But there was a bit of a back and forth in a comment section of mine a while ago. Some dad was saying, I don't even use the clutch, I just shift without it. And people were like, well, you can't do that on this bike. And very boring argument between like 2-3 people. And I'm here to confirm that you can do it. Does it feel like shit, at least at a slower speed? Yes, it does. Would I recommend it? Probably not, you know. I feel like it's unless you're sending it, which I'm sure there's some nutters that can probably send it alright on a 125, but let's be real, it takes 3 to 4 fucking working days to get anywhere on this bike. It doesn't really take much time out of your fucking day, does it, really? Just to fucking slap the clutch in a little bit, you know? At first, you can go back, it's joke. Well, it's not a joke, it's progression, I guess. Go back and look at my first bits of like vlogs and stuff like that I'm riding. My god, that is windy. Funny that. I've only been banging on about the fucking wind for the past 10 minutes. You can go back and look at my previous videos and see me like full clutch in and then shift. Whereas now obviously it's just little taps. I mean, I could just filter through here, but again, if I had done that, you know, in my mind, I don't really know when the lights went red. Had I pursued filtering, it would have been a complete waste of my time. Nice one. That's fantastic. It's not like my bike's only on 2 wheels and I'm already at risk of getting clattered by just about anything and way more risk of dying compared to anything, maybe apart from my bicycle. You know, it's a good job these are just not fucking death machines, regardless of the speed. You keep flying past, pal. Just remember you're literally 1 car length ahead. Well, like 1 car ahead. You're not even a car ahead, you're a bike ahead. And then the even more ironic thing is that if they keep going forward and there's a little bit of traffic in there, I will be going past them very shortly. Nerd. That's what I say. Fucking nerd. Neek. Nitty. Enough with the jab lingo. Womp womp. Little gimp. Ah, brother, tan leather on the GTI is just criminal, man. I can't believe they even did that as a thing. I really can't. The worst thing is people actually selected that, as far as I'm aware, like for spec. Don't get me wrong, I know some people didn't have a choice and they would have probably just bought it and dealt with it and not thought much of it, but there's definitely some psychotic creeps that actually chose tan. Awful. Fair enough for your 50-60. I feel like that's probably a typical colour choice for your interior, but I don't know, man. In my opinion, it fucking sucks. It looks disgusting, it ages badly. Go on with ya! Fucking hurry up. My fingertips are starting to get a little bit cold, a little bit chilly. Ooh, not loud on the bike area. I'm just kind of thinking, like, he seemed like he was trying to talk to me for quite a bit. Now, I don't know whether he pulled into that shopping centre because I'm like, oh yeah, like he might have thought I'm saying pull in there, but he's in front of me and he kept slowing down. I'm like, I'm trying to swing in there. Obviously I'm like, it's a suggestion, pull in there if you want, but I hope he doesn't feel too much like, oh great, I've got to pull in there. I don't know, I'm overthinking this. Who the fuck cares? Nice. Can't see any crack in his window. No gap. He's just walking chuffing a ciggy in his car. Lovely. Let's see what it actually sounds like to actually... Oh, I've got no Wi-Fi connected. That's jarring. I was gonna say, let's see what it actually feels like to have tunes playing whilst you're riding. I want to see how much it almost affects your hearing. I mean, as far as like the exhaust sound and everything goes, just having the earphone in, I can't notice any difference at all. I also think it's coming out my ear a little bit, so that's probably a contributing factor as to why it's not muffling. Fucking hell, son. Rev it up, Jimmy. Oh, bloody hell, John. I think it's raining. Ah, fucking hell. I may as well fucking swing a Yui. I think some Dom's umbrella just went fucking flying. I know, his cat went flying. Oh, fucking hell. That was pretty soggy on that little bit there. Assuming it weren't oil. It didn't look like oil because it wasn't like rainbowy jet fuel-y colour. Ah, how the fuck did a bit of rain just go in my eye? Seriously, how did that actually just happen? considering the weather sucks, why is there so much traffic? I was going to say this is my first time riding in the rain on my on the Dinger R125, but I did have a... well, I've had two brief moments. My first brief moment, fucking hell, it was like a rapid storm out of nowhere, like battering rain, and I just flicked my visor up and it felt like a fucking million nails had just been shot at me in my face. It was not nice. And then the last encounter I had with a bit of rain was actually last time I rode. I wouldn't mind waiting for it to kind of pass over, but one, I don't want a bike to just sit out and pissing down rain. Two, I don't really like being situated in an area so kind of local, because like I spent a lot of time in these areas, this town, right, and it's just like people I don't want to see, people I don't want to speak to. If it comes to it and like I encounter these people, there's not really a number of XYZ individuals, it's a large contingent of people, but if it comes to having to speak to them and they were there and they said hello, I got no problem, I'm polite, I'll say hello, but it's just like people you don't really fuck with anymore. They don't get it. And it's not even, you know, people corrupt, no. I've tried to get it across to you that you're a fucking snake, you can't be trusted, you're fucking weird, and they just don't really get it. You distance yourself, and that doesn't really do a great deal of help either. Kind of like, what do you do apart from... It could be completely rude, tell them to fuck off, but then if I am parked up in any of these areas, I'm at risk of these gimps potentially doing stuff to bikes and cars, endangering myself, driving like absolute gimps on the road, which I've encountered with people before. Its point is just making a situation that's essentially actually nothing. It's just my preference to not chill these people anymore. The point is making it into a situation that it wasn't, and now you've actually got to avoid areas or fucking slap them up. Oh, Astrogini kit. Oh, it's not actually convertible, to be fair. Alright, it is proven that the rain is continuing to be a pain in the ass. I don't think it's going to be clearing up anytime soon, but it's just fucking long, you know, like getting the bike out, checking it over, getting all your leathers on. The leathers aren't actually too much of a chore, but it's mainly setting the cameras up and getting wherever out I needed to get out that I want to use for the day. Like I wanted to do a normal video where I'm like, it's me, not just me and the bike like combined as we are right now, like me just stood in the bike with a mic. Fucking hell, shut up man, and rapping. Yeah, that's ideally what I wanted to do, is film a couple of videos like that again. And I actually wanted to go live, do a little tickers live, but those plans have had to come to a cease, a halt. Actually, I do have a subject to talk about very quickly. Long story short, I had a job interview for some fucking fitness equipment place. Honestly, waste of time. And I don't mean, I'll give you an answer shortly, I don't mean because of my answer as to what the outcome was. They were just chatting shit. I feel like, let's backtrack. They asked me a million and one questions. I forgot to delete my social media crap that I've done for other brands off of my CV. So that was at the bottom of my CV, right? And they asked some basic questions, don't get me wrong, but they asked me more questions and were more interested in my social media presence, how I've earned money for other brands, what brands they are, and to do with like TikTok shop and stuff like that. They asked me more about that than they did anything else as far as being an employee, what I could bring to the fucking table, so on and so forth. They asked questions about it, don't get me wrong, but the vast majority of the 1 hour interview, or just over an hour, it consisted of talking about myself and my social media. But basically all I did, right, was this company, I applied for a warehouse job. They then reached out to me on a phone call and then an email saying that actually, like, they think I would be a great fit for this role. The next bird I spoke to was like gassed to have me like come up for an interview, loved everything I was saying, thought it was going to be like a perfect match for this role. And then this response was basically someone else they've interviewed qualifies for the job a little bit more, which I'm sure that was the case. But it's kind of like they got me there to just know some ins and outs about TikTok, and that was it. It just seemed like some woke run business, you know. There was some people there that looked like they hadn't seen daylight in the past fucking 3 years, weird ass piercings and hair colours and shit like that, and some don come in coughing without his hand over his mouth all over the phone. And but there was just so many like little things where I'm like, what the fuck, and that's the reason why I only wanted a warehouse job. it's because I just want to be told what the fuck to do. Give me my fucking tasks for the while, and I'll just get on with it, and I'll fucking get it done. I'm not trying to work my way up. I don't give a fuck about your fucking SLAs and your targets and your fucking everyone's included and feelings, and shut the fuck up. I don't care about that. The one thing they were going on about is how they're so strict on their targets. They need to meet these targets. Like a core thing working here is everyone must be doing this. She constantly kept telling me, almost like reassuring me, that they weren't hitting their targets. So somewhere along the line, these people clearly suck up being under pressure because they're just not getting anything done, or they can't manage anything efficiently. Oh, drains. Fucking hell. So it's like my background, this was going to be a walk in the park. This was a piece of piss. Nothing about it made me think, oh yeah, that might be a bit difficult. Nothing. And I could fucking have my wiener out, my hands behind my fucking head. I don't know why my wiener's out. My point is, this is going to be a fucking breeze. And if it wasn't, in terms of I got to learn the job, then shit, I'll learn the job and then it'll be a breeze and my wiener will be out. But honestly, they were just a couple of idiots. Like, you got fucking Sue sat there like she's been given the most morbid, horrific news of her life. I felt like she found the interview as riveting as I did before I'd even fucking, like, she just predicted how riveting it was going to be. I got to a point where they asked me a question which was, would I like to ask them any questions about XYZ? I was like, oh, fucking hell, alright, I'll have a think. I was like, what's your favourite things about working here, and do you have anything in mind that, like, you would like to be improved in? If there was something that you could just have something worked on, and it'd be, like... Susan didn't say anything at all. She fucking aired the question, and then the other bird, Angela, right, she's like, I'll answer first, and I don't know what the answer was, but it was a load of fucking wish-wash. But they asked me things like, oh, why did it... oh, I saved it. What the hell? Yeah, they asked me things like, what would my... wait for it. In fact, we're going to make this into a short. Do we make this into a short? The hell are you looking at, hon? Fuck, they could have probably heard that. I'm talking to the camera. She goes, what would your perfect 9 to 5 day look like? Shit. I don't know. Maybe the building's burnt down, I never have to turn up, and I get a big fat fucking payout. That... how does that sound, Angela? You know? Fucking hell, man. What kind of dumb question is that? Do you know what? They tried, like, catching me out, which she even said as well. The whole thing was so unprofessional. She goes, if I was to have been lying about the volume of emails and calls and things I was dealing with in my previous job, it would be very apparent, and it would come to light very soon. I would be caught out that I was lying, working at that place. Well, newsflash, you stupid tart. You're never going to be able to fucking see that now. You probably got some weird fucking LGBTQ HDMI gender pushing bastard working for you who's going to be more concerned about their feelings and celebrating the death of people that literally voiced their opinions and had nice debates, right? You got people celebrating that instead of having some fucking sound geezer working for you that would have actually got the job done. Probably would have made you want to fucking sack 3 other people because they're a load of incapable morons. Never gonna know. Honestly, the whole thing was just a shambles, and they were just prying at all of my personal shit as well. I hate it when people are like, asking question about me. Bruv, I'm here for the interview. You don't need to know what I'm doing outside of work, do you? You don't need to know what I do in my fucking spare time, but maybe I just have Tommy Tanks all night. That's all I do every single night, is goon and watch The Simpsons. Imagine I just come out and say, oh, what hobbies do you do? What are you going to go do when you get back home? What are you going to do tonight? What did you do after the gym? Goon, Simpsons, goon, Simpsons, goon, Simpsons. That's it. How'd you like that, huh? Maybe go tell Susan that, and she might actually liven up. She might want to get the Panasonic HD camera out. Idiots, man. Absolute fucking idiots. I'm more wound up, alright? Basically, I didn't get the job. Newsflash, right? I was becoming wound up about the situation because I knew I wasn't going to get the job. And even if they handed me the job, I'd be so keen to be like, shove it up your fucking woke ass. There's so many things, so many questions that was asked, so many things that was said, ways that how the interview went that I can't even string along in a concise manner because you'll end up falling asleep or thinking I'm talking up my ass. But it's only me that I get this sort of dumb shit happen. It's fucking raining and raining and raining more, and I didn't pull up anywhere undercover, but whatever. Yeah, honestly, I'm glad that I didn't have to say no thank you, keep your fucking job, I'm all good. I'd rather fucking graft on the streets, fucking offering rub and tucks. But seriously, absolute shit show. It's my time that I can't get back that I was wound up about, is what I was getting at. I can't get the hour or so back, or like the mental power back that I've had to spend yapping for a fucking hour straight. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Let's check the weather out. Phone is soaked. I ain't got any sort of cloth or anything with me. Yeah. I need a wee as well. So either way, I'm gonna have to fucking sod off in there. Okay, it's actually 100% guaranteed to rain, so I may as well just go back home. Well, not home, but you know, drop the bike off and then go home. Oh, god damn it. I don't know, what would you guys say? Looking at the sky, I know it's grey. We'll go over here, put it against the wall. It's not gonna be in people's way, is it? I guess maybe we make our way back, or at least our way back much closer to where we stole the bike. Kind of jarring, because like it's like the only thing I kind of got is the bike, like to do something. And you know, tax obviously isn't an issue at all for this. It's fucking pennies a month. Fuel obviously is cost fuck all. Not that it matters if you sat there with a load of fuel in the tank not getting used. No big deal. Insurance is annoying because that's like, yeah, shock horror, like 90 quid a month for that fucking, just to insure this bish. And that I don't like doing if I'm not going to be using the bike. I obviously don't want to just cancel the policy because it's long setting another one up on that. But yeah, it's just like it's still spitting now, which obviously isn't great. But like today, considering the weather, the wind and all that, the wind's actually alright right this second in time. Has been for a little bit actually. But I was actually kind of looking forward to actually getting out on the bike. I did last time as well, even when I was ill. But I'm saying I actually looked forward to it. Initially I was just like, oh, slow, eye rattles, I was jarring and this and that. I ain't sitting in there, it's fucking carnage. Yeah, and now I've actually got to the point where it's like, yeah, I actually do want to kind of ride the little dinger, you know, get out from some content, so on and so forth. Been somewhat looking forward to getting out on the bike throughout the week. Comes to the weekend, and boom, now the rain has killed it. Gosh dang it. But don't get me wrong, I could find a sheltered car park, but then I don't want to find it then batters down, and I've got riding battering down rain. And I could just go home and do some work, some videos and stuff, but whilst the weather's not like fucking freezing and hadn't been pissing down, I've been wanting to make sure I've got like a backlog of videos to edit for over the winter period. You get what I'm saying? That's my plan, which obviously this isn't going to throw that plan completely down the drain, you know. I just had some dude pull up on me. Believe he just obviously sees my videos or something, has clocked that I've been at this area I think twice now, and fucking shut me up. Obviously I don't know him, I don't recognise him, I never spoke to him or seen him in my life. He just pulls up on his ped. I'm like, what the hell? Do you think I'm waiting for my food or something? I don't know. Thinking he's like some Deliveroo don, and he didn't really say a great deal. He ended up being thoroughly polite. He's all about there's free food on a Sunday. Oh, I don't know what food it is. I mean, if it's a van or some sort, then not really my cup of tea. And yeah, that's it really. But yeah, it was just a bit of a weird encounter. Just shit me up a bit, because you know, it's a fucking nutters out there. So I had no idea what he was gonna do or say, or if he could have got the wrong person, and you know, but whatever, no harm was done at all. The roads are a little drier. I don't really know how I feel about actually like riding out and about, but I don't know, we'll see. I did change the battery in my GoPro, so we now have charging that. I didn't think to change the battery on this camera. To be fair, I've been sat up for a little while on TikTok Live and I had my gloves and everything still on, so yeah, as I say, GoPro's done. I just forgot to put the GoPro back on here, which is annoying, but we might only be out for a hot sec, so who knows. Now, I don't really know whether the roads are going to be greasy or if they are greasy, like on the rain or whatever. Ah! Don't mind if I do. I want to go Subway. Fuck it, I think we'll go Subway. Why not? Hey, treat ourselves. God damn, this is windy as fuck. I'm just like a bit of paper in the wind, like a fart in a hurricane. See, I'm glad I fucking stayed out, because these roads are sound. Do we go Subway? Do we go Subway? Do we go Subway? Well, we gotta eat. What else do we eat? It's fucking freezing. Ah, God. It's just long taking it home. Oh, fuck it. Alright, well, Subway it is. I don't know. Do I want a Subway? I guess we'll go in the next space along. Then we can have a look at the fucking... Have a look at... Ah, there's people in the queue. Gosh dang it. I'm not even that hungry. That's another thing. But I gotta eat. Does that look bent to you? It looks bent to me. Fuck it. Fuck it. Ah, I don't know, man. Alright, we'll go ahead with it. We'll get a Subway. Yes, you bunch of gimps. Dinger 125 over there. And we've actually copped ourselves some fucking food for once. Got a Subway ordeal. Double turkey breast and ham, single cheese, and a bunch of salad. No way in hell was I making a meal deal. Fucking shit cost me $6.50. Imagine getting a meal deal, a little cookie and a little water. I'd have to declare for bankruptcy. Anyway, maybe we'll do a little outro now. Maybe we'll say our goodbyes and farewells now, in case the rain gets a bit too much, or I just basically forget, you know, getting senile on my old age. If this has all just been one vlog, probably one kind of brief vlog, maybe, then farewell, and I guess I'll catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.